it's time for trip number 2. See you guys when there's something in the back of the truck. Alright, we made it back with number 2. Let's get it unloaded, see what we got. Alright, you're gonna have to pardon the fan noise, but it's hotter than Hades outside, and I've got the AC on and my fans on in here, except for the big squirrel cage, to cool me off. I've really got to get that AC taken care of on Sylvester. Got all the parts, just got to put it all on. Now, as you can see, we're missing both side covers, which shouldn't be an issue. We've got a rather wrinkled hood, which I may be able to get kind of straightened out. And then we have 1, 2, 3 hood bolts. We're just missing 1. That's not bad. The grill mesh is in decent enough shape that it can be straightened out. Side covers are not horrible. They will clean up, and I know they'll look real good. As I drove down the road, I blew the mouse nest back in there, but there's a mouse nest in there, so when we're gonna try to do a start on it, but it's just gonna be a quick one, just to make sure we've got a live engine here. Doesn't have any options, no high-low. Well, it did have a high-low. I can see right now that the pulley is, you guys can't see that, can you? Well, why can't you see it? I can see it. You guys can't see it because I didn't grab my flashlight. But just giving it a quick once over here, just taking a quick look. See, we've got the sickle bar portion of the pulley is screwed up. A lot of things are still here, even the bolts for the side cover on this side are in place, as well as the cage nuts, and also over here, they're all there. Gas tank straps are there. Gas tank is right there. Voltage regulators in place, starter generator, carburetor, everything, and I've got the air cleaner, I just didn't grab it. Looks like everything is there. This, like I say, it had a high-low on it, but the 6-inch pulley goes on there, throw the belt on, you're ready to go, and you might be able to see that. An old original Simplicity belt. We do have one return spring that we need to get put back on. The lift arm is really hard to move, but it looks like with a little bit of love I can probably get that to look half decent as well. Hood bolts not so much. Foot pads are still present on the footrests on both sides. We have a, yeah, everything's just been sitting on this for a really long time. I did check the bevel gearbox, it's in pretty good shape. I went through, made sure it had all the gears seem to be just fine. What are the plans with this? There's a distinct possibility that this can take the place of the old Squire. The old Squire has served me very well over the years. Is that where it's at? I didn't grab the flashlight again. Let me get the flashlight again. I'll get the one that's not quite as bright. I don't know if it's in this box or if I've got it over in a... Okay, that's all 23D stuff. I do have a little treasure for this in a tote, in one of these totes that are down here, and I think it's the black one right there. Let's roll this out, see if that's where it's at. Boy, that's noisy. Let's see if that is where our little surprise is at. Let's get some light on the subject. Okay. Pretty sure that's where it's at. Are you ready? Let's take a look and see what's in here. Let me peek first. Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Ready? Ready? Complete hydrolift, including the shortened rock shaft. So, yeehaw there. Got the cylinder. In fact, there's 2 cylinders in there. 2 sets of lines. 1 new set that was made, which is what this will get. I don't know. I'll have to test both the cylinders and see which ones. Oh, there's 3 sets of lines. 1 set, 2 sets, and then the new set. But everything's there, including the pulleys, and I will be right back. Sorry about the interruption. Okay, so we're over here. We have everything we need, pulleys, belts, the whole 9 for installing. We've got a new belt right here. We've got everything that we need to install the hydro. So that will most likely be going on the V12 once I get everything else sorted out on it. Get in there. Thank you. Sorry about that. Pushed you guys' faces into the snow or the gas can. Yeah, you can hear the diesel running out there. All I'm gonna do here real quick, I've already got the battery hooked up. I did that off camera. I'm going to squirt a little bit of gas in there, crank her over, and see if she's got spark and see if she fires. So let's get our spark tester out here. So we can just use this one. That out. Oops, you guys are looking at the ground. Sitting here doing things one-handed here. And I need to get a key as well, so I'm going to clamp you guys right here. Got that in there. That's good. Okay, the area that we're looking at is going to be right there. We're going to look for a spark. I'm going to get a key. Yeah, I've got birds. Key switch has been swapped for an NDAC. It is a 3-pole, but they're only using 1 of the poles, so. Alright, a little bit of gas. Got gas? Gotta get gas. Probably gonna make a little bit of a mess. Put it up there and show you guys. See if I do make a mess of it or not. Ready? Yeah, I'll get a little funnel. That'll help. I know. I'm all ready to do this, aren't I? How often am I prepared anyhow, right? Just a little bit in there. Fresh ethanol, free fuel for it. So if it's gonna run, this ought to do it. We'll check for spark first, then we'll squirt a little bit of go juice in there. Okay, I've got the key switch on. Let's get back down in here so we can take a look. There we go. And I'll try to shadow the light a little bit. Let's see if we got a spark going across there. Ready? Go for it. I do not see a spark. Let's try her again. Yeah, I don't see a spark. We've got a weird looking little Nova 2 on this. Well, not a Nova 2, but a spark or points eliminator. I'll show that thing to you guys here. Right there. And a weird looking little guy. I don't believe I've ever seen one like that. But let's see what we got here. That's my kill wire. This is my wire going to the coil, so that's that, and this is the ground wire. I just wiggled them a little bit. Let me put you guys here. Let me tighten that down. It may just have a bad ground or something like that, so I don't know where they screwed that into. Oh, they put another tab on the bottom screw, so I'll move that screw a little bit, and then we'll pop this off, take a look, make sure that we're good and clean. That back on. Now let's check for spark again. We might get lucky and that ignition module might be okay. We have contact, so it is possible that the mice shoot everything out. So you ready? Let's see what we got. Nope. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to test fire this one, huh? Let's try the homemade spark plug tester here. We'll clamp you guys again. Get you up here. There you go. Okay. We'll put that on there. And we will ground the plug here. That's good enough ground. Here, we'll do it here on this brown bolt. Now let's see if we've got spark. You see that plug? Yeah, we can kind of see it. See if we can get a little closer. There we go. Let's crank it over, see if we've got anything. Again, key is on. Ready? Ah, we do have spark. Awesome. Okay, so now we can stick that on there. Dribble a little fuel down the fuel hole. I think I'm going to go through the fuel inlet here. Let me just turn it up a little bit. We'll put some actually right in the fuel bowl. Let's see what we've got. Ready? Ah, come on, muffler, you're just like right in the way. As gas runs down my hand, but I do know that fuel's going in there, so all right. So we got a 50-50 shot. What's your guys' bet? It's gonna fire? I certainly don't want the GoPro sitting right over top of the carburetor in case it backfires, so I'm gonna back you guys up some. And I think I'll check the oil real quick too, which is over here on this side. Make sure we've got oil in her. At least something. Oh yeah, plenty of oil. And the throttle cables even move real nice. This may turn out to be a half decent tractor even though it's in pieces. And my old V10 just happens to have the correct V12 seat on it, the seat frame and everything. So, all right, choke. All right, choke is on. Are we ready? Core intact. Let's see what we get. Woo! Either. See, it's blowing pieces of mouse nest out. I'm getting just the tiniest little bit of air coming across. So, go ahead and shut her down. Well, we got a runner and she doesn't smoke. I call that a wiener, don't you? That rocks. I'm happy with that. All right, now the good, the bad, and the ugly. Well, that tank looks pretty good, doesn't it? Somebody before Joshua attempted a repair. You ready for this? This is kind of comical. Can anybody tell me what that is? Good night. So that tank obviously needs to meet with a rust reformer or rust remover and have a patch done to it. And speaking of gas tanks, these things, they always rust, and especially now with the ethanol gas, it's real important for you guys to run them out of fuel. Run them out of fuel. We didn't even check to see if it was charging. Wonder if it's charging. We need to start it back up again, don't we? I want to know if it charges. Don't you? Let's put a little bit more fuel in. We'll see if we can get some throttle out of her. And we can get some throttle out of it. See if we charge it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Don't touch that muffler, it's hot. And I just want to let you guys know, and I want to show you. I'm going to shoot the exhaust manifold, and I'll shoot the head too. You can run these for quite a while before they overheat, which is at 122, okay? Exhaust is at 198. I need to go shut down the diesel. You guys hang on a second. We'll see if we're charging here. All right, I'm back. It died on its own. Let's figure out why it did that. All right, we're going to see if we're charging now. All right, ready? Key on. Got fuel in it. Choke on. Start. We'll give the regulator a tap. Isn't that just the story of my life? Doesn't appear as though it's charging, so no big deal. We know how to troubleshoot that. But I'm happy that it's a good running 12 horse. It is the original engine. I ran the numbers. It does have a new intake on it. It's got a blue intake on it. So I don't know that it's necessarily been lovingly cared for, but it's at least been cared for, right? But 3 hood bolts, that's worth the price of admission right there. We all know how much they run. And I think I told you guys, this isn't the right seat pan, or the right seat for this B12 seat pan. Now, don't yell at me. It's a poor old forlorn B10 or B12 sitting out here. But it's got the correct seat pan on it, as you can see. So don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. That's a sore spot that's sitting out there like that. But there's a reason it's sitting out there. Oh, that reason may one day come to light, but anyway. So there we go. We have a running B12. That's a heck of a start. A good start. And we have all the little bits and bobs. Bad gas tank, but we'll remedy that. I may have a spare that I can throw on there temporarily or permanently, who knows. So you guys let me know. You want me to leave the strong arm lift on there after we get through it and make sure that everything's okay? Leave the strong arm lift on, or do I go with the hydro? It came off of a B12. So you guys let me know. It even still has the center cap, and the steering wheel's in pretty decent shape. Everything's really in, you know, other than the just typical age, everything's in pretty decent shape. Let's see. It's got the original Goodyears on it. Looks like it was stored in a barn or something to that effect, because the tires don't have a lot of dry rot on them at all, which is unusual for these, especially the age. This would be a, you know, 1966 or 67. But yeah, I think I did all right here, and I did okay with the diesel too. So I guess that's enough of that. There's tractor number 2. Alice Chalmers B12, the first I've ever owned. Yes, it's true, the first I've ever owned. All right, it's enough. Friendly neighborhood Zippo. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for going along with me on the diesel trip and on the B12 trip. Promise you guys, I'll see you on the next one. Later. I'm out. Okay, wait a minute. See that fuse holder? I didn't check that. Key on. Start. And we have to watch the voltmeter here, okay? Ready? See that? I'll do it again. Watch that voltmeter real close. Oh. There we go. Watch. It's even charging. What do you think of that? Haha. All I had to do is replace that fuse and it started charging. Yay! But the engine still has to come out. It does. So I'm gonna wait on your guys' vote, hydro or no hydro. Since we've got good engine, good bones, just got to get the mouse nest out of it, so the engine has to come out. And since the engine has to come out, it'll make it easier for me to install the hydro. That's just you know, letting you know kind of thing. So you guys let me know down in the comments, hydro lift or no hydro lift, and we'll go with what you guys say. The whole thing is really wanting to come back, and it would be a nice tractor to give the old Squire a break, because that poor old engine, I've been trying to kill it for over 8 years and it just won't die. So anyway, it's enough of that. Now we're at the end and we're charging and we're running off of a regular fuel line, and it ramps up in speed. It doesn't appear as though it needs anything but that mouse nest cleaned out. Carb's not even leaking. I don't even get to rebuild the carb. All right, later.